Welcome to the very first Out of the Hat gaming video. I am your host, Anthony Brown, and I figured it would be a great kickoff for Out of the Hat gaming to basically show the easiest way that I have found to get the Cayo Perico heist. Now, I actually recorded this a couple times, and I did not get the elite challenge on it, unfortunately. But I did happen to manage to get it completely silent without raising a single alarm. I will post another video in the future, probably just showing you the elite challenge as well. So let's begin. I guess first things first. Obviously, you have got to purchase a submarine, and I've already purchased one, but I'm going to show you what exactly I purchased. So basically, just went into war stock and carry. I just kept everything default. Basically, just the American flag, sonar station, and guided missiles you don't really need, and the weapons workshop you don't really need. Now, for the vehicle that I chose the Sparrow. I do have the Kraken, but I decided just as a beginner, your best bet is just to purchase the Sparrow and be done with it. Well, the first thing it's going to have you do is gather intel, and you have to do this each and every time, but I'm going to show you basically how to do it, like just the easiest way. Alright, so the first thing you're going to want to do as soon as you hit the airstrip is turn around and go here. Once you get inside, there's going to be a forklift on your left. You're going to take that forklift. And then there's going to be some boxes, or a pallet of boxes you're going to have to lift up. Now, I have no idea how I actually found this looking at another video, and I actually have no idea how anyone found this. Like, this is just odd. But anyways, you're going to basically have to raise it all the way up and climb on top of it, because there's this little secret area right here you're going to want to go. Now, this right here, you're going to have to take two photos, and it's going to unlock a cutting torch. This is something that's going to be essential. You're going to need this. So whenever you take the photo, and you're going to take one of them, then make sure you send it to Pavel, whenever it says send to Pavel. And then take another one, because there's two spots. If there's not two there, still take a photo just to be on the safe side. Try to get that lock in there, just in case. I don't really know if it matters or anything, but so and that'll also be a secondary location where you can grab something also. So like on our way out, as solo, you can grab that, and 9 times out of 10 it's going to be enough to fill up your loot bag as a solo person. So alright, so once you're out of there, go ahead and take this vehicle and just start driving. Whenever you start seeing red dots, you're going to want to remain off the road for a little bit. Alright, now you're going to basically be going to the same location. The first time run around, whenever you're at that party, this is basically where this is, and you're just going to kind of, stick to that area. And then once you get up here, you're going to want to definitely get out of the vehicle. I got scared for a minute because I thought I was going to get caught. So basically now you're going to have to go the rest of the way on foot. Stay out of their cones of vision, and once you're out of their cones of vision, you're pretty much golden. You just gotta take your time and be careful. So like right here, I decide to kind of hide from that guy right there. You see how he's looking at me? He can't see me because I'm in the bushes. Alright, now once everyone is finally looking away, try to stick, there's a camera right there, so try to stick as close to the right as you possibly can. and then whenever it's clear, just kind of bolt across the road here. Gotta be very careful. Now there's a camera right there that you just kind of sneak right behind. And normally with these guard towers, if you are like directly below them, they can't see you. So that's something, you know, that's something that I utilize a lot too. I just wait until he's looking the other way, like now, and then I take off. Now remember, you're going to want to stay off the road as much as possible. And after I sped that up, you get to the communication tower, and it's gonna spawn in random different locations. This time I got lucky and it's right on the ground, but sometimes it'll be on the tower. And this part right here, I can't really explain how to do it. It's just something you're just gonna have to kind of learn on your own, because it's different each time. Now, as you see, we got in. So basically, the locations that like you're gonna basically want to just see. I cycle through everything just so that I can see everything on the cameras. But basically, the only thing you're really gonna need in this particular scenario, if you're going at it solo, is the primary target. If you have a friend or whatever, then that's when you're gonna need the secondary targets. You have to go to the basement, right there, and that is the target.
In display case, do you see the size of this necklace? Must be worth a fortune.
And there is also a safe. It's always going to be behind that picture frame, right there. There's always going to be a safe. You know, in between $60,000 and $90,000, basically. Once you're done, you're going to want to go to this area right here. This is right outside the compound. So as you can see, it's going to be a bit of a journey because you're going to have to basically go for a swim. And you only have to do this one time. So like after you do this once and then you go back to gather more intel, all you got to do basically is look at the cameras pretty much and find your primary target. Now once you get to the location, I had a little trouble finding it at first. That's why I wanted to speed that up. But basically you have to swim down until you find that drainage channel right there. And you can't take a picture of it, but it's basically Pavel's gonna tell you, oh look, you found a drainage channel. That could be a great entry point, you know. So, but for this drainage channel, you absolutely need the cutting torch. So, and for some reason, whenever you take those pictures of the first ones that I showed you in the beginning of this video, when you take those pictures, it basically unlocks the missions for the cutting torch. So, and then the only thing that really sucks about doing this, now you're gonna have to basically swim all the way back to shore. Once you are back to shore, just get yourself caught and it's gonna put you right back to the airport. And that's basically it. That is the essentials of what you need for gathering intel. And now I'm going to move on and I'm going to show you the actual heist.
If you wanted to be treated with respect, this wrong disguise.
Alright, so for this one, the setups are real easy. You only have to do the sub setup. So that one's the approach. The infiltration point is the drainage tunnel, so you are going to need to do the cutting torch setup mission for that one. Compound entry point, always drainage tunnel as well. Escape point, I chose the sub, but you can pretty much escape any way you want to. Time of day, just day, that doesn't really matter. Weapon loadout, for this one I chose a marksman and always buy the suppressors. And hiring support crew, you don't really need to hire anyone, so don't worry, waste your money on that. Assign crew cuts, you don't need because you're by yourself, and let's go.
GPS trace acquired. I have your location.
So I did not get the elite challenge on this one, obviously, but this is just for beginners. Follow these steps, you're at least going to get away with at least over $1 million, and that's basically the goal. And from there, I'm going to upload another video soon that will show you how to do the elite challenge when you get a little bit more advanced.
Perfect. As we say in Navy, you want the element of surprise? Choose least hygienic option. Now, enjoy your little swim, yes?
Make sure you are always doing headshots.
Did not get sucked into a turbine. I knew you'd be fine. How likely is it I have two operations in the same way, huh? Now, we look for the vault. Maybe start in the central building. You're in the area where Mr. Rubio's personal bodyguards operate. These men will know every soldier under their command. No disguise will fool them.
Now here you're going to want to wait for this big guy to pass. You definitely do not want him to see you.
¿Felipe le dio las llaves? No. Me las tenía que...
Take this guy out for good measure. Another quick side note, when you take this guy out, you're going to want to make sure that he is out of the view of the camera. So be sure you're paying attention to your mini-map. Also, before you advance, make sure that you are not going to be in the view of the camera.
You'll find a locked door. In my experience, you can also find the key.
When you get here, you may need to wait for a little bit for everyone to kind of clear out on your mini-map, because if they don't, you could risk getting caught, which I have done that a few times. I've made that mistake quite often. But if you happen to get caught, just let them kill you and just you'll start from the checkpoint and do this all over again, because it's just not worth having to escape when like a bunch of people are after you. Because every time you get shot, you're going to lose any money that you might get in your loot bag. Don't forget the wall safe, it'll be a little quick pick-me-up. There is usually always a gun in that wall safe, so make sure you change your gun back to the suppressor gun, because a lot of times it'll equip that gun, and if you fire at someone, they're going to be alerted immediately. My advice about the hacking here is simple, just count. At the top, find the first one and just count 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, so on and so forth. What I'm doing here is just waiting for that guy to pass. That guy that I just took out, he happened to have the gate keys, and it's just going to make it go a little bit faster. One of these guys that you're going to come across, that you're going to have to take out, that I'm showing in this video, is going to have those gate keys, but it's going to randomly spawn in between those guys, each one. So I don't really know which one exactly, but it's going to randomly generate every time you do this. I'm mostly taking these guys out for good measure. I mean, you don't really have to. And plus, this is like the first time I'm recording this, so I'm kind of like feeling things out as well. So I apologize for all the back and forth that I'm doing. And this is the long part that I do not envy. And like I said, when I record the part for the Elite Challenge, this part is going to be a little bit easier. Here I'm actually just waiting for Rubio to turn around in his helicopter. This is the loot spot that I know that's the easiest loot spot to get to, because it's basically on your way out, and it'll just help fill up your loot bags, give you some more money. I didn't notice this the first time that I recorded this video, but there's actually another loot spot right below where I'm at, right there. So if you want to hit that loot spot instead, by all means, it'll probably cut down your time, or you can do both of them if you have enough room in your bag. I also wanted to quickly just show you how to escape if you wanted to take the plane route. It's not much different, just a couple extra steps, but I'm going to use this pathway to show you the Elite Challenge.